Here we go. Hello, Degens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes. I am the Brofict one, AJ, and today is May 16th, 2022. Happy Monday. If you can say that. I mean, I really can't. I really can't. It's a rough Monday for me. I'm not going to lie. Suns lost. Game 7. Brutal. And I don't mean lost. They didn't just lose the game. They got embarrassed. They got flat out embarrassed last night. And it's to the point, and you can see, I posted a thread on Twitter, you can see it at Brofict1, where I essentially laid out what happened. And I'll reiterate it again. I'll reiterate it again tonight with Noah, because Noah's got to hear this. The Phoenix Suns have a great basketball team. The team has unbelievable chemistry. They are bros on, off the court. You see the way they interact with each other. You know they love the chemistry. You know they love all of it. And being able to go to some games and see them play, it's unbelievable. But then you get into a series. And that's the thing about basketball, the thing about hockey, the thing about, everything except baseball really is you don't play series. You play one and dones. Sometimes I guess you have back-to-backs, but very few and far between, and then those are even split. The Suns cannot win series. They can win games. They cannot win series. Why do I think that? Because, AJ, they beat the Pelicans. They made it to the finals last year. They have no problem winning series. They do have a problem winning series. They don't have a problem winning a series against a team. They have problems winning a series against players. And what I mean by that is they have a problem with superstars. They do. And, no disrespect to LeBron. I know the Suns handled them pretty well this year, but we all understand that the Lakers were so bad that LeBron just couldn't save them if he tried. The Suns lost to Giannis last year. They didn't lose to the Bucks last year. I promise you that. Giannis isn't on that team. Bucks are nothing. No disrespect to Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday. They're boys. They are dogs. They would be great players, but they need that third just polarizing player, that third star to take over the game when it's necessary and my camera's doing this stupid thing again. God bless it. This is the issue when you're your own tech guy. There we go. But yeah, no disrespect to them. They're great players. They are dogs. Shout out to them. We'll talk about that. I'll talk about them later tonight, probably with Noah more. But yeah, we're probably going to go live later. But with that being said, they didn't lose to the Mavs this series. They lost to Luka. I mean, and again, no disrespect to the rest of the team. They're dogs. They are doing something that I could never dream of doing. They're unbelievable at what they do. But, bro, they don't. If it wasn't for Luka, this team wouldn't be in the playoffs. Unlike the Grizzlies, where, without Ja, yeah, maybe they are in the playoffs because they did win a considerable amount of games without Ja and everything. But, bro, the Suns can't win against stars, and it's hard to see because, you got a great young player, a great scorer, what they're calling the next Kobe Bryant, and sometimes with the Mamba mentality, the killer mentality in Devin Booker, who averaged 25, 5, and 5 this season, and is the first player with that stat line to not win the MVP. It's unbelievable. But Jokic obviously just had the season of a season. It was great. Like that guy. Him. It was him or Giannis again. I mean, let's be real. Ja didn't have any argument whatsoever. Great young player, but he was out too many games. Another conversation for later. But with Devin Booker, and then you got the other very young, very talented, developing DeAndre Ayton, big man who is starting to get underneath, who, when you give him the ball, yeah, he can get under there and Slam it. Do I think he needs to be more physical and slam it a little bit more in their face? Yeah, this whole floater shit isn't working. Regardless of that, though, the most disappointing part is the veteran, the leader of the squad, the person who's supposed to drag them into, put them in positions to win, handle the offense, handle the defense, bark out orders, all of that. And he's great at doing it, but then he just wasn't here this series. Like the entire game, I had to ask, is Chris Paul on the floor? Because he is not doing shit. Like, it was unbelievable. I've never seen a complete meltdown of a team the way I saw a meltdown of the Suns. And then you want to even talk about one thing that Noah and I had been praising about the Suns all season. This bench is so deep. If the starters are going down, the bench can come in and they can set it up and everything. What did the bench do? They did nothing as well. Nothing. What did you get from your runner-up defensive player of the year? Nothing. It was unbelievable. What did you get from the Suns this series? You got nothing. And like I was telling Noah, this is typical Arizona sports. You're used to this kind of disappointment, I was at game. I was there yesterday. I was at the Footprint Center yesterday. And I have never in my life seen people leave in the third quarter or, halfway through of a Game 7 in playoffs. But when you're down by 40, what hope do you really got? When there's no momentum change, there's nothing going on, you got no hope. Don't get me wrong. As disappointing as it is this year, the Suns are going to come back. They're going to be strong. They're going to have another great season. But they lost something. I don't know what they lost. I don't know if it's some injury we don't know about. I don't know if it's gamesmanship. I don't know what it is. It was disappointing. But the Suns will come back. They will figure it out. Because you don't have a regular season like that by accident. You don't. You have to have talent. You have to have it. But could it be the exhaustion of working so hard through the regular season? Should they have rested more? Should they have done this? Should they have done that? That's all stuff that you got to talk about. We always talk about in the NBA how we want these boys on the floor. You got guys taking these, essentially rest days and everything like that. And the Suns really didn't do that. Chris Paul didn't really do that. Devin Booker didn't really do that. They were injured coming down the stretch. That gave them a little time off, but they're rehabbing, so they're still working. Regardless, it doesn't matter. Oh, shit, it fell. That's a bad sign. It doesn't matter. I am confident in the Suns as I get another alert that crypto is down. We will talk about that a little bit later in the show. Suns were disappointing. Game 7s were a flourish last night. Shout out to the Celtics winning me a couple bets yesterday, going to the Eastern Conference Finals, going to face the Heat. That's going to be a hell of a series starting this week, along with the Mavs. I wanted to just say Luka, but the Mavs. I forgot which team he played on because it was essentially the Luka's team. They're going to be facing the Warriors in what's going to be a high-scoring, very exciting matchup. And so we'll see how that goes. Start talking about that later tonight with my boy Noah. We will be live later tonight, probably around 4 or 5. Follow us on Twitter at DegenTakes for live updates when we are going to be live recording or posting episodes. With that being said, and then hockey yesterday, a lot of Game 7s as well. 2 Game 7s, with the Rangers going to the next round along with, I'm sorry, I'm getting a lot of stuff in my ear right now. My brain is going numb. Dallas Stars played, who the hell did they play yesterday? Why am I struggling with this? Jesus Christ. The Flames, Jesus. Yeah, they lost to the Flames badly. Not badly, in overtime. It was a hell of a game. Love free hockey when you can get it. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Breaking news. Sorry, we'll get back to this in a second. Flames fire their head coach. Wow. His name went away. Let me pull that up, actually. That's a big story. Oh, come on. They don't have anything posted? What the fuck? Go to the Twitter. Come on, breaking news. Where is it? Oh, come on. Here, let me pull it up so I can show you guys what I'm looking at. Trying to find this. Let's look. Golden Knights. If I could spell, that would be great. Breaking from the AP, the Vegas Golden Knights have fired Peter DeBoer after missing the playoffs for the first time. He is the fourth NHL coach to lose his job since the end of the regular season. The NHL has been on a firing spree recently. It's been unbelievable. Interesting move by the Knights, I will say. Very interesting move. I'm missing the playoffs for the first time, and you're going to move on. That's bold move by ownership. Don't get me wrong. They did not look the best coming down the stretch. They looked like they had a little bit of hope, but just missed the cut. Yeah, and then Tony X down here saying, this is a great point. I'll give them a like. Golden Knights having 3 coaches while being in the league 5 years and only missing the playoffs once is hilarious. It's funny as shit. What the hell? That's crazy. I don't really see why. Yeah. I guess when it doesn't work, you keep it moving. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see how it works out. Huh. Poor guy. I'm sure he'll land on his feet. As the report said, there are many jobs available in the NHL, many teams looking. And he's a decent coach. I mean, 3 coaches in 5 years and they only missed once. If the Diamondbacks fired a coach every year, they missed the playoffs, the organization's been around for 26, 27 years now. We would have been through 50 head coaches, I promise you, or at least half of that many head coaches. Unbelievable. Bold move, Cotton. Bold move. If you haven't seen Dodgeball, that's on you. That's a funny movie. Yeah, wow. First breaking news on these live shows. That's fun. Yeah, nothing. They're going to have to go through the hiring process, do all of that. ESPN now just reporting it. But hey, that's great. Interesting. With that being said, that's the NBA and the NHL from yesterday. Sorry, Stars. The Stars had it. God, they looked so good. I tripled down on them yesterday. Regretting it now, obviously. It happens. Hell of a game. Free hockey. I'll take it. I'll take it all day, every day. Now, let's move to the Diamond, because today is going to be a preview of what July and late June have to offer, and that is nothing but baseball. Love it or hate it, it is something to bet on and something the books are not good at booking. FanDuel has come out multiple times on the Pat McAfee show and hammered down to say that they don't know baseball. The parent company for them is from Europe, and they mostly booked European sports along with football and American basketball. So they don't really book NHL and baseball. Jesus Christ, I'm losing my words today. But So there's a lot of value. There's a lot of missed opportunities. And with today being Monday, yesterday being a travel day, we have some wonky matchups that I am loving, especially our nightcap tonight. But we will get to that. Let's get to the lines and what people are betting. First game of the day, Nationals Marlins. I'm not going to book the entire day. I'm not going to handicap the entire day. I'm just going to hit a couple of the games that I do like a lot. You got Alcantara and Sanchez on the bump for each team respectively. Nationals are the 1.5 point road dog going into this game, 12-23 going in. Totals at 8 points. Under is a big play. A lot of experts on that, quote unquote. And I say quote unquote experts because it's gambling. Come on. A lot of money, a lot of bets on the Marlins. However, we are seeing right here what I love to see. That's what, a 17-point variance? 17-point differential between the bets and the money on the Nationals and the Marlins, favoring the Nationals with that discrepancy, meaning a lot of big money going on the Nationals. Let's go over to pitching matchup, see what the hitters are doing. They do not have the lineups up. Let's look at the matchup, though. Sanchez having a rough start at 2-2, though, 7.5 ERA. Alcantara with the 2.7. Not a big difference with hitters in scoring positions. Nationals defense has just been rough. 19 innings pitched, so he's been pulled early. 10 Ks, 3 walks. That's not a lot, but I guess 19 innings, you're just letting a lot of runs, so that's the 7 ERA. 3 home runs allowed this season. Alcantara with 4. What do we got on Caesars? What's the odds on here? We're looking at about the same as it was. They have it at 7.5. Give me the over. Give me the over because, listen, if you're going to get like 8 points when I saw that total, I was not going to touch that because I don't like these even numbers in baseball. It's going to be a push or you're going to lose outright. AJ, why don't you like the push? That's no fun. That's why. I like having fun. I like losing money or making money. I don't like this half bullshit. With that being said, ERA being 7 on the season for one of the pitchers, 2 for the other. Law of averages, give me the over on this one. It's a Monday. It's a Monday. The lunar eclipse yesterday, it has to have something to do with it. Give me the over. Oh, wait, nope, wrong game. Wrong game. 8. Nope, not touching that over. Jesus Christ. Not touching the over there. I like the money. I like the way the money's talking. Give me Nationals money line. I'll also be safe and take the 1.5. I was about to say they're going to give me that as the same gamer. That would not make sense, but they are not offering that as the same gamer. My lock's going to be the Washington plus the 1.5 today for that game, just because of the money and where that's talking. Next game on the docket, Tigers Rays, going to stay away from that. Yankees Orioles. Man, this is one of the games that I like because you look at the pitching matchup, you're dealing with about the same. Don't get me wrong, with that lineup the Yankees have, they're going to be, like, it's unreal. It's the new murders row. It's just Aaron Judge, Marte, just everyone. It's a terrible lineup to face. However, the pitching hasn't been solid, and when the bats are quiet for the Yankees, the bats are quiet. Got Bradish on the bump for the Orioles. Severino on the hill for the Yankees. He's 2-0 on the season, but with a 4.08 ERA, 4.24 for Bradish. Hitters in scoring position, see a little bit of a differential there. Bradish not getting pulled early, it looks like, with only 17 innings pitched. I like his stat line, though. 15 hits, 16 strikes, 3 walks. What's the book saying? Plus 170, plus 1.5. Minus 105, plus 1.5. Books are getting scared there. Total at 8. I respect it. All right, money, talk to me. What are we looking at? Whoo! 20 points. That's what we're looking at. I love it. Big dog day. Big dog day on the diamond. I love it. That's where we make the money. I was leaning Orioles money line. That just confirmed it for me. I'm going to stay away from the total just because the juice is a little wonky for me. It's going to move to 7.5 probably. If it goes to 7.5, I will take the over towards first pitch. But I'm going to wait for that to move to 7.5 if it does. I think it will, considering the juice is at minus 120. When you see juice like that, especially on one of the key 3 bigger markets, it means that the book is trying to save their ass a little bit on that line. They're not trying to lose. They're trying to create liquidation so that they can cover their ass on if big bettors bet, if anyone hits on that. And then also try to make money on that new market, especially if the over, they like the under a lot, and so they can move the line there. If they stay at 8 and you just see that line continue to go down to like minus 125, minus 130, if it gets to minus 130, I would be shocked if they didn't move the line, but 125 I would predict before we see the 135. I mean the 130, excuse me. Mariners beat the Mets yesterday. That was a hell of a game. 9th inning, bases loaded. 9th inning, bases loaded, 3-2 count, 2 outs, and they got him. It was great. With that being said, they're the hot hand right now. You got to stick with it, I think, right? Let's look at the matchup. You got oh, nope. They're playing in Canada. Not touching it. Not touching it. Now, AJ, why aren't you touching it? It's a Canada game. Well, because in baseball and NHL have completely different COVID rules and everything like that. There are some MLB players that aren't vaccinated and or aren't up to date to Canada's rules and regulations, whereas all the NHL players had to be because they have so many teams in Canada to play those games, those playoff games and everything. So you don't really know who's in, who's out, especially with lineups being announced so late. So I just don't touch those games whatsoever. They can be completely unpredictable, as all these games are, but even more so. Cardinals, Mets, not going to touch it. Red Sox, Astros. Sox are favored. Ooh, Pirates, Cubs. Cubs coming off a loss yesterday to the D-backs. Miley with a 9 ERA. The Pirates, wow. Yeah, Pirates are favored. Pirates are hot. I'm not even going to... Oh, they're 1.5-point dogs. Don't trust the lineup, I guess. Money. Everyone's betting them, though. All the big money especially, because they're seeing that low number. Yeah, I'm going to agree with that. You got to go Pirates money line on that, plus the 133. That's a good number there for them. All right, I don't care. No, I don't like any of these games. Let's get to this is... I mean, I don't even know what we're talking about here. Diamondbacks, Dodgers. Gonsolin, solid pitcher, 1.33 ERA. Bumgarner's had an interesting season, getting tossed that last game because the ump had it out for him or some shit like that. That was weird. Hand massage, eye contact, everything. Don't understand it, don't get it. But it is what it is. I'm expecting Bumgarner to come out here and have a big game. That's what I think. The D-backs have been hot. They've been cooking. The Dodgers have been on a downturn. I mean, they had a rough series against the Phillies. Just a rough series against the Phillies. So we are going to actually go look at my favorite market in baseball. Bumgarner to be accredited with a win. Yes, plus 300. Because if they're going to do it, they're going to do it. And I think Bumgarner is going to come out there. Might as well take his over on strikeouts. What is his strikeouts? 5.5. Give me that over. It's a nice little same gamer for you. Plus 1,600, yeah. I mean, yeah, a lot has to go right with Bumgarner. He has to do a lot. The bats have to be hot. So then... Oh, also, shout out Seth Beer. Bro, you had a great early season. I hope you go to the... He got demoted to AAA. I hope you tear it up in AAA and we see you back on the diamond in the majors sooner rather than later, my man. Great name, great at bats, great memories. Hope to see you before they trade you because you're too good for us to keep you. AJ, why do you say that? Oh, because the Diamondbacks always do that shit. Look at Goldschmidt. It's crazy. But, yeah, that's everything I have to cover on the Diamond. Diamondbacks money line, give me Bumgarner with the win, to be accredited with the win, and over 5.5 strikeouts as well. Tomorrow we come back heavy with NHL action. Do we have NBA tomorrow? Believe playoffs start tomorrow. Yeah, we have Celtics and the Heat starting tomorrow. Ooh, Celtics on a short break. That's going to be an interesting game to book and going to Miami. At least they're going back to the East Coast. That's good for them. Well, I guess they were on the East Coast. AJ, God, I need to go get some sleep. With that being said, Noah and I will be live later tonight. Follow us on... Oh, wait, no. Not done yet. Let's talk crypto because seeing some interesting stuff in the marketplace as we go to the trade. Top gainers, Jasmine up. Ooh, like to see Jasmine up. Oh, gotta do all this shit again. Whoops. Gotta sign in. Connect wallets. There we go. All right, so we got Jasmine right now doing a nice little uptick. Jasmine, for those of you who don't know, is... Oh, really nice uptick there. I might need to buy a little bit more when it dips. Jasmine is a coin in Japan that was whitelisted by the government. It's put through all the financial regulations and everything like that. It is recognized as currency, I believe. Need to double check on that. I've not found confirming reports, but everything that I've read seems to be assuming that. Look at the 5-day. 5 days looking really good too. Shit. And now you're thinking, AJ, that isn't looking good. Look at how far it was up. Look at where it's down. Yeah, you want to even be more depressed. You look at the year to date. Oh, that's a bad year to date. You want to be, it was at 35 cents and now it's at a cent. Like, AJ, why are you so stoked on that? Because when you're in these, bearish periods and everything, and you're trying to look for the bright side, I mean, what are we seeing here? You are seeing a lot of money. You're seeing a lot of money going in, going out, going out, going out, going out, going out, going out. People buy, go up. And then it's stabilizing. It's reaching those peaks right there to chill out a bit. And so as long as it keeps going up and then you keep going back, it's starting to continue to creep up. It's going to, hopefully continue to, from there, reach here and then here and then here. And then you just keep going on that. And that hope, because that's all we really got right now in the crypto space is hope and everything like that. But seeing good signs, people are still buying. It's not the volume I would like to see. ETH chilling at 2K still. That's good to see. Was down yesterday, I believe, when we talked about it. 5-day. Look to be... I like this right here. This is nice little bump action. I mean, yeah, we're still going to be recovering from that epic crash that was last week. However, seeing a little movement like this with little peaks and valleys means that it's going to stabilize a little bit. Let's hope that we stay above 2K today. Bitcoin is just struggling, man. Bitcoin is just struggling. But hey, if you are a believer in crypto, like I've been saying, even though I'm not a financial advisor, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm a degenerate who loves talking into a microphone and loves this shit. If you're a trader, you like buying crypto, you enjoy crypto, you know what crypto is and the possibilities behind it, you should be buying. I mean, this should be a beautiful time for you. This should be open season as we take a look at Solana trading at $54 right now. Also starting to stabilize a little bit, it looks like. Smaller peaks and valleys as we're seeing in the 5-day range. And when you look at these candlesticks, you'll like seeing the longer sticks because that's volume. That's how much is being bought in that period. And you'll love seeing the bigger ones like these right here. That's good for Solana. Thinking about, I should have bought some the other day, but hey, we'll get into that later. SHIB is struggling, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm looking at just cutting my losses when it comes to SHIB, solely because there's not a lot of use cases, not a lot of utility. And with the market the way it is right now and all these higher priced coins, all of these more stable coins, I mean, Cardano's at 56 cents for Christ's sakes. ApeCoin's even stabilizing at $8. I mean, SHIB just keeps going down, down, down. Should have cut my losses a lot earlier. Probably going to look at investing it into something like Jasmine or Jasmy, or maybe just buy some ETH. Solana's interesting. Luna, yeah, Luna. That's just a rough one in general. I don't get it. It was a stable coin for a long time, especially being tethered to the dollar. At some capacity, it was at $73 and just crashed. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Whew. That's year to date. Jesus Christ. Talk about disappointment. Reports I've been reading, people that are respected in the NFT community, I'm not going to try pronouncing their names, but the CEO of Binance, the founder of Ethereum, all obviously extremely disappointed in Luna and what they did and how they recover, and both of them seem to be very upset with what their quote-unquote recovery strategy is. And I need to do a little bit more research into it before I have my statement on it. But yeah, not looking good for Luna and anyone who's invested in anything like that. Solana, I'm starting to like Solana a lot, especially with the adoption by Coinbase. I mean, not by Coinbase, excuse me, by OpenSea. OpenSea started accepting Solana NFTs. Reason I really like it is because of the gas prices. They're extremely low. The transaction fees are low. And that gives you, and especially in this space where gas is extremely expensive right now, if you're trying to make moves in the NFT market, if you're trying to buy, you're trying to create, as a creator, for example, like we're going into the metaverse and everything, I got to look at what's going to be best for my people, my community that's going to be buying these NFTs and buying into the project. What is going to be better for them? Do I want to go through, even if I go through a Freeman, still paying $40-$50 for gas prices if it's high, and praying that it's not? It's a hard decision to make. But having a option like Sol that has lower prices and everything, like gas prices and everything like that, makes it a sexy opportunity. Yeah, that's all I really have in the crypto space right now. Big plans coming this week, actually. If everything goes according to plan, pretty big interview planned for Friday. More details to come on that. Please follow us on Twitter at DegenTakes for current updates. Stay up to date with everything Degenerate that we have to do and say. Noah and I will be live later today. You can follow me as well at Brofict1, him at N_Engelbretson. Big stuff coming. Big stuff coming. We are up to a lot. Gonna be talking about that more. We'll dive more into this weekend later tonight. With that being said, we'll see you next time on Degenerate Takes. the hell screen?